Most people losing money on baseball aren't losing because they don't know the sport. They're losing because they don't know when to bet it. They treat 162 games like one long identical grind from opening day to the final out of the season. Same strategy, same approach, same mistakes, every single month. And that's exactly how the sportsbooks want you thinking. Because here's what the sharpest bettors already figured out. MLB isn't one season. It's 3. April and May, a gold mine. June and July, a brutal trap. August through October, the comeback. Each one plays by completely different rules. And the books know this. They're tracking better patterns all season long. They know most people find something that works in April and stubbornly ride it straight into July, wondering why it stopped working. After today, you'll be adjusting before they even see it coming. Season 1. The gold mine, April and May. There's an old saying in baseball, pitchers are always ahead of hitters early in the year. Been true for over a century. But what most bettors don't realize is that this creates a genuine exploitable edge in the betting market. The early season isn't just good for betting, it's the most profitable stretch in all of sports betting. And it's not because of one thing working in your favor, it's 4 edges stacking simultaneously. Edge 1, weather chaos. In April, the weather across the country is completely unpredictable. Boston might be 42 degrees and drizzly. Phoenix is 80 and clear. Weather systems constantly moving and interacting, creating wildly different conditions from ballpark to ballpark. Most casual bettors only look at temperature. The real edge is barometric pressure, and almost nobody talks about it. When a low pressure system rolls into a ballpark, the air gets thinner. Less dense air means less resistance on the baseball. For every 1% drop in air density, that ball travels 2 to 4 additional feet. Wrigley with a low pressure system moving in versus Fenway with high pressure sitting off the coast. The air in Chicago is measurably less dense. We're talking 6 to 12 feet of extra carry on a baseball. That's a warning track flyout becoming a home run over the bleachers. And 9 times out of 10, the total on that game hasn't priced that in. That's money sitting on the table for anyone paying attention to local weather conditions. We haven't even touched on wind, and how wind behaves inside stadiums can differ dramatically from what the forecast says outside. Weather in April and May is complicated, variable, and consistently mispriced by the market. Edge 2, roster uncertainty. Pitchers ahead of hitters is the baseline, but what's truly exploitable is the chaos happening underneath. Late signings, compressed spring trainings, players returning from injuries, undisclosed workload limits. A couple of seasons ago, a former Cy Young winner didn't sign with his new team until March 19th. Compressed spring, debuted April 8th and was still building arm strength. If you did the homework, you'd find out he was on a strict pitch limit, pulled after just 72 pitches in the 3rd inning. Bettors who played the under on his pitcher strikeouts prop had an easy win. The public had no idea. That kind of information edge is everywhere in April and May. Rookies are bigger unknowns than they'll be after a few hundred at-bats. You just have to look for it. Edge 3, the baseball itself. This sounds strange, but it's documented. MLB has serious recurring quality control issues with the actual baseballs. Higher seams create more drag, ball doesn't carry. Lower, tighter seams let it jump off the bat. This became a massive story around 2017 during a historic home run spike. It came to a head in 2022 when the commissioner publicly admitted MLB had been using a livelier ball the previous season due to manufacturing issues post-COVID. These inconsistencies affect scoring in ways that take weeks for the betting market to catch up on. If you notice scoring trends early in the year that don't match the lines, you've got a window. It closes fast. Use it. Edge 4, distracted sportsbooks. April and May, the books are stretched across every major sport simultaneously. NBA playoffs heating up, NHL playoffs running, the Masters at Augusta. Their traders are focused on high-volume, high-liquidity events. A low-profile Wednesday afternoon game between 2 rebuilding teams with barely any betting action, flying completely under the radar. Lines get soft. Adjustments are slow. You can catch books napping on games they're barely watching. That edge disappears the moment baseball becomes the only game in town. 4 edges, all running at once, all gone by June. Quick break. If you want daily picks and sharp sports talk sent straight to you, the Telegram. Channel link is in the description below. Thousands of people already inside getting an edge every single day for free. Back to it. Season 2, The Trap, June and July. June arrived. Every single one of those edges vanishes overnight. Weather smooths out nationwide. Air density consistent park to park. Lineups locked in. Managers know exactly who they trust. Rookies have shown you who they really are after a couple hundred at-bats. And worst of all, baseball is now the only major sport running. NBA done. NHL done. Football hasn't started. The pro bettors who couldn't be bothered with the Tuesday Pirates game in April, now looking at every single MLB slate with nothing better to do. Full undivided attention of every odds maker, every algorithm, every experienced bettor, all pointed directly at baseball. MLB lines from June through late July are the most brutally efficient betting markets you will encounter all year. Weather edges gone. Distracted book edge gone. Roster chaos edge gone. Here's the silver lining though. Efficient lines mean more honest numbers. If your model shows a 2% edge in July, that number is actually closer to a true 2% than it was back in April when the market was full of noise. Top-down betting becomes more reliable precisely because the lines are cleaner. So what do you actually do during this stretch? One concrete approach. Stop playing full game money lines and shift to first 5 innings bets. By June, starting rotations are fully settled. You know exactly what you're getting from the starter. But bullpens are already showing 2 months of fatigue. Betting just the first 5 removes that unpredictable late game chaos from the equation entirely. Cleaner edge. Public almost never focuses on it. Keep unit sizes conservative. Treat this like a maintenance period. The smartest pro bettors in the world start thinking about football in July. You should be thinking about your next attack window too, because it's coming. Season 3, the comeback, August and September. August 3rd, the MLB trade deadline. Overnight, the entire league looks different. Contenders load up rotations, bullpens, lineups. Sellers strip rosters down to prospects, and players the market barely recognizes. Team motivations flip completely overnight. Some franchises are fighting for playoff seeding and home field advantage. Others, and you'll know exactly who they are, have already fully checked out and are just playing out the string, handing at bats to guys with nothing to lose. The books cannot reprice 30 completely reshuffled teams fast enough. That lag between roster moves and updated lines is your opportunity. Then September arrives. Rosters expand to 28 players. Veterans start getting strategic rest days with fresh legs rotating in. Top prospects get called up hungry with something to prove. Monitor which veterans are quietly getting extra days off. Watch which prospects are being handed regular playing time. These create prop and total opportunities that open up fast and close just as fast. The algorithms are consistently slow to catch these shifts. And then the final gift of late season baseball arrives. Football is back. The same pro bettors who spent all summer laser focused on MLB are now splitting attention between 2 sports, or abandoning baseball entirely for NFL Week 1. Sportsbook traders finally have something bigger to worry about. The competition for the best number on those late-night West Coast games gets noticeably lighter. That 10 p.m. Rangers-Angels game on a Tuesday, far fewer experienced eyes on it than there were in July. That breathing room in the lines is real, and it's yours if you're still paying attention, while everyone else has already moved on to football. Here's your complete blueprint. 1 year, 3 seasons, April and May, attack. 4 edges running simultaneously. Weather chaos, roster uncertainty, ball inconsistency, distracted sportsbooks. Highest value window of the entire year. June and July protect. Most efficient market of the year. Maximum book focus. Shift to first 5 bets, reduce volume, play the numbers, not the narratives. Disciplined and patient. August through October, attack again. Trade deadline reshuffles everything overnight. Motivation mismatches the algorithm's miss. Football pulls attention away from baseball. Value returns. Same sport. 162 games. 3 completely different betting environments. The bettors who recognize which season they're in and adjust accordingly are the ones still profitable when October arrives. The ones treating it as one flat identical year are the ones burned out by August wondering what went wrong. Now you know the difference. If you want to put this framework into practice with real daily picks, baseball, hockey, and more sports, join the Telegram channel linked in the description right now. Daily picks, sharp analysis, real talk every single day. Link is right there. Come join us. Subscribe for more frameworks like this every week. See you over there.